Okay guys, so I sat down here, fully did my brows, entirely forgetting that I would be sitting down here with you guys today and testing out makeup. It's like I'm new here. Hey guys, what is up? I hope you are all having a wonderful day. Today we are sitting down to test out some makeup products that I just forgot about, which isn't that difficult considering how much makeup I tend to hold on to. These are all products that I haven't used in a while. I want to give a second chance to and see if I should be using them more often or I should be donating them to like friends and family. And today's video, I'm so excited, is sponsored by the awesome team at Neutrogena. You guys know I am an OG fan of the brand and I love the product that we're going to be talking about and using today. This is the Deep Clean Purifying Clay Cleanser and Mask. As you can see, I'm basically done it. You may have seen me talk about this product on Instagram if you follow me there, where I uploaded a series of photos of me falling into my bathtub while trying to be Instagrammy. I feel like everyone deserves a squad as supportive as Neutrogena. I showed them the photos. I'm like, I fell in my bathtub and they're like, yes, queen, work it. And so I thought it'd be fun to sit down, we'll apply our mask, we'll dig through all of my drawers together. Chris is gonna film it for me. He's a nice boy. He's a nice boy. And like find some products that I haven't used in a while. Just do like a whole like mask and dig. I don't know if you guys can hear, but like I'm currently getting over a cold. And so my skin, you know when you're sick and you're just like your skin feels gross? No? Is that just me? I don't know, it just feels congested. Or maybe it's just my nose. I don't know. So we are going to mask, we are gonna dig. All my makeup is behind me, also beside me. And to the side over here, I have a lot of makeup. We're gonna put those products on, put them to a full day wear test, and see how everything looks by the end of the day, and then remove everything using the Neutrogena all-in-one makeup removing cleansing wipes. But let's start with some masking. So I'm gonna be using like a little silicone brush to apply this product. I've used so much of this product. Come on, get some out. This, by the way, is a cleanser as well as a mask. So you can use it daily as a cleanser for your skin, or you can use it as a mask. So put it on, let it sit on your skin for about 5 minutes or so, and then rinse it off. And what it's going to do is it's just going to draw out all of those impurities and oils and dirt in your skin and just clear it away because of all that nice clay in there. So this is just going to clear out my pores and give me a really nice base to work off of. Plus it's a fun blue color. And you can apply this all over. You could just apply it in the T-zone or wherever you need it. Today I'm going to be applying it to my T-zone here because those pores are looking large. Yeah. Get around that nose area too, you know what I'm saying? I look amazing. I love the smell of it too. It has this nice like fresh smell, not like almost minty. I'm very sensitive to scents right now because prego. Despite being congested, still have the nose of a bloodhound. All right. Let's call up Christopher, get some makeup. All right, so we're here in the drawers. We should close them, you know, try and be a little bit cleanly, Rachel. So we have, oh my God, okay, I guess I'll do Drugstore Primers and the high-end mascara. I don't have words today. Ooh, I loved this one. What one haven't I used in a while? I don't think I've used this Makeup Revolution one. It's a blur primer with like an illumination base to it. Put this in the cart. Concealers. Ooh, what's this? Bobbi Brown Intense Skin Serum Concealer. Maybe we'll mix it with the Huda one. I haven't used these ones in a while. I am very particular with pressed powders or loose powders and stuff, so this is gonna be real tough for me. What's here in the back? So the Becca Hydra Mist. I feel like I like this. I'm gonna try it again. And then setting spray, let's do a drugstore one. Just flying through this today. All right, so now into the high end, which is not very organized. I do need to get into like reorganizing this a little bit. It's a brand I haven't talked. I have Becca in here and Huda. You know what? Let's use this one. This is the Glam L'Essentiel. I'm really butchering this name. So let's put this one to the retest. I guess it's called retest, right? This is fine. It's fine. Mascara. It just really stuck out to me with the color. Went for it. Didn't even think twice. Highlight Golu. Do you think they meant to say glow? It says glow on the back. It's an expensive mistake. Anyway, I'm gonna go with this one because it stuck out to me. This is by Glossier. This is a palette. So the palettes are over there. Put that over there. Organizing as I go. Honestly, I feel like I use a lot of these blushes. I pat myself on the back here. I'm going to use this one. I've been meaning to put to the test or retest, I guess, the contour and bronzing cream by Huda. And then I want to use a powder one as well. Scooch your way along into eyeliner. Ooh, no. I want to do eyeshadow first. I don't know what to use. I'm overwhelmed.
Do you have any ColourPop ones?
No. This entire drawer is basically all ColourPop. I don't remember getting this. NYX Glitter Glow, Cyo, just waddling back here, it's fine. You want to do like a red or like a nude color. This is by Kiss Luscious Shine Gel Lipstick, and this is by Essence. Use these and then maybe like a gloss. Let's try this one. I'm just gonna get a palette. We'll put this on the face. Thank you, Christopher, for your services. All right, I'm back. I also had a bagel. I had a poppy seed bagel. Why did I do that? It's okay though, because we're fam. But I clearly took off the face mask, applied some skincare. My pores are looking so much better. It is honestly like I do see an actual difference in the size of my pores in this general area after applying that. Like, it's insane. I also picked out a couple of palettes that I haven't used in a while, but these are both by Tarte. And so we're going to be doing the eyes first. So I'm going to use the Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer. Ooh, it's thick. That is full on eye putty. It does blend in really super smoothly though. So I'm going to be using the Tartelette In Bloom and Toasted palettes for the mattes today, just because I haven't reached for these in a long time. And I was opening this one up and I was like, oh, like these are really nice undertones. These, the In Bloom, I'm trying to open them at the same time. It's not working. The In Bloom one is a little bit more cool toned. It's more of like a cool toned mauve undertone. Do you see this? Look at this. I tried to open it with my forearm. Now I have makeup all over my sweater. Technically it's Chris's sweater. Okay, he's used to it. So let's apply the matte shades first, and I'll kind of go back and forth between both of the palettes. I don't think I'll play with any of the sparkly shades here today because I do have a mixture of different ones that I want to test out as well. I feel like I need to do more of these types of videos because there are just so many different products, and I feel like brands are launching like 27 a minute these days. Is anyone else just like exhausted? Like exhausted from all of the launches? It's crazy. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush and I am mixing the shade Smarty Pants and Cashmere. I always have to be careful with this eye because this one is more folded ovary than folded ovary. Nope, not a word, Rachel. I feel like everyone's eyelids are like a little bit uneven. It's like brows, you know? I mean, if they match, life would be too easy. I'm using a little bit of s'more right here to kind of ease the color into just like underneath my brow bone. So far so good. I like them. Let's watch these like glitter shades because I want to figure out how I want to do this. Do I want to do more of like a deeper smoky kind of a look and then put some glitter on top? Do I want to keep it really light and like super frosty on the lid? I don't know. So this one is Glitter Goals by NYX, and this is the shade Polished Pinup. Ooh. It has a little bit of a frosted champagne undertone, very nice and reflective. It does have some glitter in it, but it's very, very fine. It's got a lot of pigment to it. Then let's go on to the Almay Velvet Foil shadow. This is almost like it's like a metallic, but it's not sparkly at all. Like it's, see how it differs a little bit from the super shiny reflectiveness of the NYX one. Still really pretty though. Much more of a like creamy, less intense way of using shine. Maybe I'll use that as like a base for it and see what that looks like on its own, and then put some glitter on top for like that extra like. And then the last one, I don't know how to pronounce this brand. Cyo. I love the texture in there. It sort of looks like ripples. That's really pretty. A little bit deeper, a little bit warmer, not as reflective. I wonder what this looks like with like a little bit of Fix Plus. Swatch, spritz. Oh, that's much better. Okay. That right there is it with the Fix Plus. And that's it there by itself. It just pops a little more, you know? We need to test out this foil business, this velvet foil. Let's see what this looks like by itself, and then what it looks like when we pack on some glitter on top. So that is on right there. So that's one eye and one eye not. I feel like I'm not really seeing anything super impactful. Like on my eye, it's almost showing up a little bit drying, almost a little like dusty looking. I feel like it needs to be like just another 30% more shine, you know? Otherwise it feels like I didn't really put anything there. It almost, you know what it feels like? It feels kind of like an eye primer, you know? Like it has like a little bit of it, like a slight illuminating eye primer. Not my thing, chicken wing. I'm gonna take Rebel from the Bloom palette. Like look how much, it really picks up a lot. Let's do like a big smoky outer corner. And what I tend to do actually is once I've packed it on before I have a chance to blend it, what I'll normally do as well is start dragging it underneath the eye. Because I find that if I put on a little shadow under there first, then I'm less likely to overdo it on the concealer under my eyes, which tends to look really creasy and dry if I do. Like I like my eyes to look like big and open, and I feel like when I do like a big shadow look underneath the eyes, it just makes them look bigger. And I'm just layering this right now. And it is layering well. Like as I apply more shadow, it is getting deeper, which can be a nice thing. Some people like just like instant impact, a lot of shadow, packed it right on, don't have to go in again. And other people want to be able to build it and, you know, try something a little bit softer and build if you need to, especially if you're new to makeup or you're practicing. I think that there's a place for both. All right, let's do a little under the eye as well, just before I start blending everything in. I have so many mugs in front of me here, guys. Got my hot lemon water for like the cold. This is like my favorite thing ever. Hot lemon water with some honey, and then I also have my coffee. Hot lemon water's now more lukewarm, but it's fine. All right, I feel good about this. Good starting point. I think the mattes are really nice. I like the way that this is like starting to come together. So let's throw on some glitter. Let's get fancy up in here. I feel like it's too much if I just like slab it on, you know? Like there's a time and a place for that. We're gonna try it with the fingertip first. I like the fact that it's quite a fine glitter. So even when I pack it on with my fingertips, it doesn't feel too sparse. It does have a little bit of a base there as well that like rounds it out. I feel like I'm talking about a dish, which is a different channel. Can we just talk about for a second that RachhLoves Life has 500,000 subscribers already? Like, this is just bananas to me. If you're looking for more Chris and Dibs, that's where they are. Ooh, I am liking how this turns out. It's like there, but it's like kind of speckly and sparkly, and it dries down pretty quickly. Like it's already dry. It's not feeling like it's transferring or getting really goopy or thick. I like it. I like it. Now let's go on to oh, I didn't pick out a liner. Go Gadget Long Arms. Which of you have I not used in a while? This is the Stellar Hyper Eyeliner. So I'm gonna use this to kind of like just go along the waterline here. It's like going on really nicely. Nice and smooth. Nice black line. So far I like. Now we're gonna go in with the Thrive Cosmetics lashes. Not lashes. Although, do I want to do lashes today? Maybe. I don't know. Let's see how we feel. So I'm noticing immediately a little bit of transfer of the liner, but sometimes that happens like right off the bat and then you like clean it up and then it's like much better. I've been using this one, by the way, as you can tell. I have one usually sitting here. This is the Neutrogena Wipe, and I just use it for, because I do so many swatches and everything, so I kind of have one out for any touch-ups and things throughout the making of a video. And it never disrupts the rest of my makeup, which I like, and it dries down really fast. Good. Okay, we got some little bristles going on. Little baby ones, you know? Let's see what it looks like after 2 coats, which is like the minimum I would apply. So that right there is 2 coats. I think, like, it looks good, right? I like my lashes right now. They're big and fluffy, like a bird. Yeah, I'm into it. I'm into this mascara. So I will recurl these once they dry, which is what I do for all of my mascaras. It just lifts up my lashes more, which tend to droop, especially because I put on so much mascara. But we will see if I end up with the infamous raccoon eyes by the end of the day. Stay tuned. But now let's go on to the face makeup. And I've done, I feel like, a really good mix of both high-end and drugstore here, so I'm kind of excited. And we're gonna start with the Makeup Revolution. Oh, this is the Pro Base. It's the Blur Primer. It has a little bit of illumination to it as well. So it has a pump here. Oh, it's clear. It's clear with gold glitter flecks in it. For some reason, I was expecting it to be a cream with like a little bit of a foil illumination to. I wasn't expecting clear with glitter. All right, let's try it then. It's very, I don't know how to, like, very slippery. I feel like a little bit goes a long way for this product. I feel like I'm just putting like a lot of like grease on my face. I don't like the like first feel of it. Not a big fan of that. I don't know, maybe it does miracles for my foundation. It's just like, I don't like the application of that one. And then this one right here, I'm just gonna shake it up a bit. This is the one by Glam. I need to update myself on what was so fancy about this one. My sister just asked if I'm home. Yummy. So for this foundation, it says that it's made of 97% naturally derived ingredients, natural glowing finish, very light natural coverage for up to 16 hours for all skin types. All right. Tells me everything I need to know. No, it doesn't. How do I apply it? I mean, I can apply it any way I want. I could smear it on with the back of a brush if I wanted to. Oh, that's right. It has its brush. Bringing me back now. So they came out with their own brush that like retracts and it has a lid. You can pull it back, you know? So they have their $75 foundation and you use it with their $65 brush. So I'm gonna dot, ooh, get that hair out of the way. Dot a little bit on my skin here. I don't know why I just stuck to one side of my face and forgot my forehead. And then we're just going to brush it in. This little mini brush here. Ooh, it has a little bit of a scent to it. I should have expected that. It is Glam. I feel like I have a little bit of redness right here. I do like how I can get fairly precise with this. So I'm trying to move my way around my brows. I get down here in the corner. It's the spot that always gets missed. I'm not noticing anything like super like special about it, to be honest with you. It's getting very patchy over here. Let me try sponge. All right, can I make this more even? Like this. I think I can. I think this is working in my favor. You get much better, more even coverage using this sponge. Yeah, it's much better. Much better. And now on to concealer. So I have two different ones here. This one's Bobbi Brown. Their Intensive Skin Serum Concealer. And then I also have this one, the Overachiever by Huda Beauty. Both I have not used in what feels like forever. Should we do one on one eye and one on the other eye? Eh, why not? Use a little bit of each. And then I'll use the other side of this blending sponge just to kind of tap it into the skin. That one's nice and soft. Like it feels like I got a lot of coverage out of that one, but it doesn't look like it's like built up on my skin, you know? It's much more liquidy than the Huda Beauty one, which I guess kind of makes sense because it is a serum-based concealer. And then the Huda Beauty one, it's a little bit more, I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but it's definitely more full coverage, which some people will appreciate for underneath the eyes in particular, myself included. You don't get a lot of sleep when you have a cold, or children, or pregnancy. Honestly, I think that once I set these, I'm gonna like how the serum one looks better than the Huda Beauty one. The Huda Beauty is definitely more full coverage, but I feel like it's going to look a little bit more drying on me by end of day. That's my prediction. Don't hold me to it, but that's I'm just gonna call it. That's what I think is gonna happen. And then before we set, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Tan and Tone. And I remember her using her fingers for this. This is the shade. This is the lightest shade. Actually, I don't think that's the lightest shade. This is light. I think they also have fair. I just want to see if I could do like a nice, just very subtle contour. I don't really want to do like a big full glam contour thing. It's just not me. So what I'm liking about this so far is that it's blendable enough that I can feel like I'm making progress and I'm like actually doing something. It doesn't feel like it's setting right away, but it's not moving around so much that it's like slipping all over my face and I'm not getting any traction on my skin. So it's hit that nice balance very nicely for me. I'm really trying to be more descriptive and more in depth when I'm like talking about my experience with these products. Let me know if this is helpful at all, if there's anything that you guys feel is missing when I'm doing my reviews that you'd like to see more of. Let me know in the comments. You know what? I kind of like that. Like, it's not something, again, I would reach for all the time, every single day, but it's something that I like. And then to set it, we're going to use the L'Oreal Glam Bronze, this one right here. I haven't had a lot of like really negative experiences with bronzer. If it has more of like a yellow undertone, it tends to work for my skin tone. If it has more of like an orangey, I know it's not going to work well for me. But for others, it's the exact opposite. So it kind of depends on your skin tone and what you prefer. Whoa, totally knocked off my earring there. Whoops. Now we'll go in with this powder. Woo! It's very fine. It's going everywhere. I want to set underneath the eyes. Drop my sponge there. Oops. I'm gonna set mostly underneath the eyes, mostly on the side of the face, like T-zone kind of area. It is such fine powder. I'm gonna set around my nose too, because I know I'm gonna blow it. So light, so dusty. It's like almost like, it's like silky, almost liquidy when you touch it. Maybe I'll try it with a brush. Surprisingly, it gets a lot less like dusty when you use a brush to kind of like sweep it onto the skin. That's interesting. All right, what do we got next? Got some blush. Oh, the heart blush, yes. We're using the Physicians Formula. This is their Happy Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. I assume because there are hearts on it that are sparkly. So I'm gonna swirl my brush into this. This is a brand new, not brand new. I washed it, so it feels brand new. Very nice, like, ooh, like magenta pink tones. Okay, I like a good strong blushy moment. I can get on board. It's pretty. It's very pinky. I'm used to using like a coral tone blush, so it's not something I would reach for all the time. But it's like, it's a really pretty undertone. And then for highlight, we're using this Glossier Highlight Concentrate. Ooh, it's got like a little applicator thing here. Ooh, pretty. I'm just trying to blend it in with my fingertip first. This is one you cannot leave on your skin for very long. Like it's starting to look very like liney on my skin. This one has a bit of a pinky base to it. Because it's a liquid, it has that almost like lit from within kind of a look. I just want to see if I could like move it around a little bit if I have a damp sponge here. I feel like it is very soft and subtle. Like this is more of a summer play. For me personally, I prefer, obviously, I created a highlight palette that is powder. I prefer that personally. I'm gonna try, I just put a little bit on my hand here. I'm gonna dip my sponge into it and just add it to like that higher point, see if I can build it up a bit. And I feel like because it's on the sponge, it'll almost diffuse it a bit and give it less of that lined look. That's pretty, right? And it's so much easier to apply too. Like if I can wipe a little bit on my hand and use a sponge, I would much rather do that. Let's go on to the lips, and we have like a whole bunch here to play around with, so I'm gonna swatch a whole bunch of them and see which one I like best. Or maybe I want to put them all on. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes in a video, I'm like rapidly going through all the products. I'm like, yes, next. And then I spend like 7 minutes just swatching different lipsticks. It's a mood. It's a mood. All right, so let's start with this Kiss one. Has a little bit more, ooh, it's much more mauve. And this is Luscious Shine, so it's a gel lipstick, so it's going to give a little bit more of a gloss effect. And then I have two from Essence, both of which got a little bit dinged in the mail. This one is 01, this is Nude, which to me is not nude, that's actually pink. And then 03, oh wait, they're all called This Is Nude. Sorry, my bad, start over. This Is Nude is like the line of lipsticks that they created. 01 is called Freaky, and then 03 is called Bold. And that one is Bold right there, it's just a little bit deeper, skewing more mauve. And then we have the Marc Jacobs Gloss, and this is that really light one. I want to see how opaque it is. Yeah, I mean, that is very light. I'm curious to see what it looks like on top of some of these lipsticks. Let's apply this and see what it feels like. Yeah, it's like basically like blending in to my lip color. Little bit of a scent, glides on really smoothly, nice and hydrating too, which is important this time of year. So I feel like this lip color is really pretty. It feels a little bit cool tone for my eyes. I'm gonna try on the first Essence one, the one that's like really pinky, just for comparison's sake, you know, since we're here. This one to me is quite pink for a This Is Nudes line. It is a very pretty shade though. And this one is very perfumed, like has a very strong, yeah, perfume scent to it. And then let's put a little bit of the Marc Jacobs gloss on top and just see what that looks like. I just kind of concentrated the color right in the center. It did blend in a lot with the color that I put on, like the lipstick color, so that's nice. It's not too like milky and white, but I feel like it did lighten it a little bit too. It's kind of pretty. And then set everything with the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. Ooh, it's a strong, just got some in my mouth. I talked too quickly. It's got a strong spray, but it's very like out, you know, like it's not like a garden hose, you know. So from a first impression standpoint, this felt very mixed bag for me, but this was kind of fun. So I will check back with you guys tonight, playing with the kids all day, cleaning the house, tidying, running errands, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So I will check back. We'll see what everything is looking like and see if I have any favorites from what I have tried on today. So see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, it is now the end of the day. I feel like I've done like 3 outfit changes. I keep changing temperature. I feel like it's a pregnant thing. But it's now the end of the day. It is 9:53 p.m. So we are going to talk through this makeup. Maybe my hair. What is this? So first let's start with positive things that really stood out to me as things that like I'm excited about. Number 1 is the mascara. Really love how my lashes look by the end of the day. They're still really curled, really black, beautiful, beautiful mascara. I also really like my eye look today. The glitter just like really pops, and I love the color combination of the mattes that I used. I think that looked really, really good. My skin makeup is still holding up. Everything looks good. It's like wearing off a little bit down here and a little bit around my nose, which makes sense because again, getting over a cold. But for a light coverage foundation, it held up really well. It looked really good on my skin. I think I preferred the look of the serum concealer slightly to the Huda one. The Huda one just felt very heavy for me personally, though I think it's a really good like full coverage concealer if that's more of a look that you're going for, but I like something that's a little bit more on the natural side. I feel like there's a time and a place for a full coverage. Like if I was going out or for an event or something like that, I would definitely go for that, but it's just a little heavy for me under the eyes. Don't like this brush for the Glam foundation. Not a big fan. The Almay foil, that didn't impress me. That was even just like from a first impression standpoint. I don't think that the primer like wowed me in any way. I think I have other primers that I just prefer personally to this one. The highlighter concentrate was actually really pretty when I applied it with the sponge, and I think it's held up quite well. Like it's very soft, much more on the subtle side, but still really pretty. And then to remove everything off of my face, I'm using the Neutrogena all-in-one makeup removing cleansing wipes. This takes everything off really easily for me, off of face and eyes. It doesn't irritate my eyes, it doesn't dry out my skin, and now I have a nice fresh clean face and can go to sleep. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you've tried any of these products before. Big thanks again to Neutrogena for sponsoring today's video. I will leave more information for you guys on all the products and links and everything in the info bar for you guys. And that's everything. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah.